And we are rolling. It's quiz time. It's time to get zesty, time to get spicy. It's time to get quizzical. Big shout out to Daniel Haddy. Big shout out to Lauren Haddy. Big shout out to Paul George in Andover. And a big shout out to Brian O'Sullivan, who's a legend. And a big shout out to the Cork Massive. That's with the shout outs. Now time for the subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, hit the button, subscribe. I now want to get 100 subscribers, all right? I think we've got about 55, but I want 100 people, so subscribe to the channel and represent. Let's get quizzy. It's time for geography, 12 questions, 3 categories, 4 answers per category. Here we go. Geography, question number 1, people. Get the brain cells pumping. Question number 1, what country do you find Lapland? What country do you find Lapland? Also, the home of Santa Claus. Okay, so what country do you find Lapland? Question number 1. Question 2 in geography. What is the largest city in China? What's that city? What is the largest city by population in China? That's question number 2 in geography. Moving on to question number 3. Mount Kilimanjaro is the highest mountain in Africa. Okay, Mount Kilimanjaro is the highest mountain in Africa. What country do you find it? That's question 3, and we're in geography. Okay, so Mount Kilimanjaro is the highest mountain in Africa. What country do you find it? And moving on to question number 4, it's the last question of the category, and as you well know, and as you should know, it's a multi-answer question. And when it's a multi-answer question, we have some zesty music to get the brain cells pumping, yeah. So here is the question, and I must admit, I'm going to blow the trumpet. This is an absolute humdinger. Name me 4 countries in the world that end with the word land. That end with the word land, but they do not consist of the letter E for elephant. What a question. Come on. 4 countries that end with land, but they don't contain an E. So it can't be England. It can't be Switzerland. Think about it. Yeah! Yeah, and that is it. That's the end of geography. We're done. Geography, get out of here. It's now time for something else, people, to get the brain cells pumping. It is the spelling round. Spelling round. Spelling round. It's the spelling round. Okay, so this is the word that you need to spell. Here we go. The word for today is Mediterranean. I didn't even know how to spell this one, by the way. So we've all been on holiday to Spain. We've all been to, well, I don't know if you've been to North Africa, but you've got the Mediterranean Sea that separates North Africa and Spain. And it's a very, very tricky word. So Mediterranean is the word. How do you spell the word Mediterranean? Now, moving on to the next category, it's general knowledge. Question number 1, general knowledge. Who was the US president before George W. Bush? Who was the US president before George W. Bush? Question 1, general knowledge. Question 2, name me the national air carrier of Germany. What's the national air carrier of Germany? Big shout out to Little Gav, because I know that you love your airlines, but this one could be a bit of a tricky one. National air carrier of Germany, question 2 in general knowledge. Moving on to question number 3, what is the colour of Superman's cape? What is it? What colour? What is the colour of Superman's cape? That's question number 3 in general knowledge. And moving on to the last question, the last question of general knowledge is a multi-answer question. It's time to get the brain cells pumping. It's time to think about this one as well. This is a tough one. Name me 5 car brands consisting of 5 letters. Once again, 5 car brands consisting of 5 letters. The choice is yours. Yeah. The quiz channel. Get the brain cells pumping. Name me 5 car brands consisting of only 5 letters. So not Ford, not Fiat, 2 seconds. Yeah, and we're out. And that is the end of general knowledge. We're moving on to the last category of the quiz. The last category is, if you are a regular viewer, you should know it's sport and movies. Question number 1, sport and movies. According to the 2020 Forbes rankings, bit of a tongue twister that, who is the highest paid sportsman in the world? So let me repeat that question. According to the 2020 Forbes rankings, who is the highest paid sportsman in the world? Great question. Some of you might want me to give you a multi-answer to help you, but you know what? I'm not going to, because a big shout out to Rick Wayne, who says to me, you know what, make the questions a bit harder. But I don't want to make the questions harder because it's a fun quiz and it's not mastermind, but this is going to be a bit of a tricky one. So the choice is yours. According to the 2020 Forbes rankings, who is right now the highest paid sportsman in the world? The choice is yours. Question 2, what sport do you associate the Dallas Cowboys? Question 2 in sport and movies, what sport do you associate the Dallas Cowboys? Yee-haw! Question number 3, which actor plays Captain Jack Sparrow in the film Pirates of the Caribbean, okay? Or the Caribbean, whichever way you want to say it. So which actor plays Captain Jack Sparrow in the film Pirates of the Caribbean? That's question 3. And now moving on to the last question of the category. Big shout out to Chris New from the End of a Massive, because you should know now, it's a Disney question. Finding Nemo. We all love that film, surely. We love that film, Finding Nemo. What type of fish was Nemo? Yeah, okay. So that's question 4 in sport and movies. Now, we have one more question for you before we go through the answers. And the good thing is, it's the guesstimate round, people.
It's time to guess. It's guesstimate time. It's time to guess. Oh, yeah. It's the guesstimate round. Yeah, baby.
It's the guesstimate round. Sylvester Stallone, who played Rambo and Rocky. How old is he? His age? Theresa May, the former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. How old is she? Those ages, Sylvester Stallone, Theresa May, put those ages together. What's the number? That's the guesstimate round. That's the end of the quiz. We are now going to go through the answers. Spoiler alert, let's go all the way back. Geography, here we go. Drum roll, please. What country do you find Lapland? The answer is Finland. Big shout out to Arnu Palmer. Okay, so Finland is the answer for question number 1. Question number 2, what's the largest city in China? It's not Beijing, it's Shanghai, with just over 23 million people. We're learning and we're having fun. Imagine. Mount Kilimanjaro, highest mountain in Africa. What country is it in? It is in Tanzania, or Tanzania as some people call it. Tanzania. Name me 4 countries ending with land. If you say Holland, I'll give you Holland. Technically it is Netherlands. If you said Swaziland, that's now called Eswatini. So Swaziland's not correct, I'm afraid. So the right answer is you can have Holland. You could also have Poland, Thailand, Scotland, and Finland. Okay? I think that's it. If anyone has any more, then let me know. But that's a great question. Okay? So use it again with your friends and families. It's a good question. Mediterranean, this is how you spell it. MEDITER. Again, ANEAN, Mediterranean. Okay, so that's how you spell Mediterranean. Spelling round. General knowledge, question number 1. Who was the US president before George W. Bush? And the answer is Bill Clinton. National air carrier of Germany. Big shout out to Martin Frohlen, by the way. What a legend, the Frohlens. We love those guys. Lufthansa is the answer. Lufthansa. Question number 3, what colour is Superman's cape? It's not blue, it's not yellow, it's not green, it is red. Okay, that's answer 3 for general knowledge. And question number 4, for all those car lovers out there, to be fair, people do know their cars, they should do, because they drive past them all the time. You could have had Volvo, you could have had Mazda, you could have had Honda, you could have had smart car, and you could have also have had Lexus. Now, I'm sure there's a few more, so if anyone has more, let me know in the comments below, because I hope you're going to subscribe. Yeah! Moving on to the last category of the quiz now. This is the end of the quiz, people. Sport and movies, and this is a great question. Great one. According to the 2020 Forbes rankings, who's the highest paid sports person in the world at the moment? The answer is Roger Federer. Okay. Roger Federer has the best endorsement portfolio in sports. Because I would have thought maybe Ronaldo or, I don't know, Rory McIlroy or Tiger Woods or a basketball player. But it is Roger Federer. Fancy that. Fun and learning. Question number 2 in sport and movies. What sport do you associate with the Dallas Cowboys? It's American football. Question number 3. Which actor plays Jack Sparrow in the film The Pirates of the Caribbean? It is Johnny Depp. And Finding Nemo. What fish was Nemo? He was a clownfish. Clownfish. Great film, by the way, Finding Nemo. That's it, people. How did you do? How did you fare? Last question, the guesstimate round. Sylvester Stallone, how old is he? Let me hear you. He's 73, can you imagine? Sylvester Stallone, 73, and Theresa May is 63. Now, by the way, I'll give you a 5-year buffer. So if you said basically, I don't know, 150, then if you got within 145 or within 155, then you still get a question right, okay? But the answer is not 150. Sylvester Stallone, Theresa May, 73, 63, add it together, 136. That's the answer. That's it. That's the end of the quiz, people. Stay safe during COVID. Stay happy. Stay positive. Please, please, please subscribe because I want 100 subscribers and I'm wishing you an amazing day. Stay safe. All the best. Ciao for now.